Last time on the Great Ace Attorney. As our enlightening conversation with Iris Wilson comes to a close, Susato and Ryunosuke are informed that Herlock is investigating Mr. Natsume's lodgings, and if we're quick, we'll still catch him there. There is, however, still the problem of Gregson, who previously refused to help us any further. But as luck would have it, Iris brings up the subject, asking if Gregson was present at the scene, and asks us to deliver a gift with instructions to tell us anything we wish to know. As usual, Gregson is far too busy to talk to us, but as Susato presents the 5-shilling piece, Gregson seems to have a change of heart when he receives the gift from her ladyship. Turns out we're not bribing an officer of the law, but merely passing on his share of the royalties for appearing in Iris's stories. After telling us the whereabouts of Mr. Natsume's abode, we're off to meet the landlord, Mr. John Garrideb, and his somewhat clumsy maid, Joan, who seems to not care for their current lodger. After a little more probing, it seems Mr. Garrideb might have something to say about the night of the murder, but after another dose of soaking hot tea in his lap, Joan shuts him down. What exactly are they hiding? We then head to Mr. Natsume's book-ridden room, where we reunite with our bumbling detective friend, Herlock Sholmes, to see what he has discovered. And now, cue the intro. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
And if you like what we do, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and click that notification bell so you receive updates of our videos every Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yes, and
we're
without
off.
further ado, let's get into the game!
We're on it! Like a car bonnet.
Whoa! Whoa! That's... Crikey.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago.
Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Oh?
Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention.
Are you sure? I'm curious now. Do you suppose he'd rent to us, Susato? I mean, we need accommodation.
Well, I believe I've told you all I can now.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law?
You remembered that, did you?
Well, I've got my mind tank, you know, that I store everything
My mind
in.
tank, yeah.
Or whatever the frick he calls
I think it was mind tank.
It wasn't mind tank. No, will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure? On what grounds?
Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday.
Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too.
The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
Is he going to channel Mia Fey here and just be like, you must always trust in your clients,
No, see,
Phoenix?
there's a spirit of Kazuma's going to come out of the katana.
Yes. Trust.
Trust. Mr. Sholmes,
That's, that's a long pause.
I didn't realize it was my line. I was too busy doing a Destiny reference.
Yeah.
Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he?
Mr. Sholmes, are you perfect?
My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea.
Oh,
But I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
Well, actually, it turns out he's got quite a nice selection of books, and I really thought that I'd quite like to catch up on some that I've been missing. Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too... Ah! Hold it! But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them.
Oh, I see.
Nevertheless, there are 2 facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room. And there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And in fact, actually, I lied a moment ago because actually, there is one more thing.
Oh? What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us.
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of any relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something.
Mr. Garrideb is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he?
It wasn't obvious at all,
No,
with
not at all.
Joan constantly pouring tea in his lap. And
You could only figure that out if you were an ace detective, or perhaps the ultimate detective.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help us.
Oh dear.
Are you quite okay, Mr. Zato?
No,
I accidentally got a page of one of these books stuck in my mouth.
it's the musk, you
The
see.
old paper stuck
The
to my
real-
tongue.
Okay, focus.
Nothing.
As yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garrideb's secret.
Goodness.
Perhaps we remove the pot of tea from his maid's hands.
We dispose of the maid. What?
No, oh God.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that
It's going to be
way.
a very different kind of case.
The maid must perish.
Like, what's it's like, Maya, are we having to defend you again? Well, I only killed them.
I just wanted to get them out of the way.
And then I accidentally pushed them off a cliff and they happened to land in a...
She stole my hamburger. She had to die.
They fell off the bridge, they went into the lake, they hit the rocks, and now, God, I'm having to deal with some kind of, like, weird possessed spirit situation. And Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo.
Goodbye. now.
See ya!
Bye.
Bye!
A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room.
He, like, does a backflip and lands perfectly in that pose.
I
Right,
do
so-
believe we examined everything.
Yeah,
All right, Mr. Zato, here's the plan. You distract the maid and get the pot of tea, and I will talk with Mr. Garrideb.
let's do it. Mr. Garrideb's room.
Go.
Oh, yeah, we know we needed to
Yep,
come here
yep.
because the text.
Text. Yes.
Because the date.
Oh.
Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
Yes. Rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Wow, that's a
That was
mega
one
Adam
heck of it.
Zap-
Yeah, I was just thinking
Jesus
this.
Christ.
Although, please ignore the magazine over there. Joan, dust it under the rug, would you? Thank you.
Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there.
Jolly good show.
He said the thing. He said the thing. Jolly good show. He
Yeah,
did it. He
that's
said
it.
it.
That's it. The British stereotypes have all
Yeah.
been met here. Another cup of tea.
Well, there's no butler. We haven't met the butler yet.
Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan.
Oh God.
Now then, why don't you tell me what... For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing?
I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave. If you'd be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance.
Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. Have they gone yet? Joan, have they gone? Can we talk about the secret things yet, Joan? Joan, I want to talk to you about the secret things. Have they left?
No, not yet, sir.
Make them leave, Joan. I need to talk about the secrets.
You told them to see themselves out. I'm not moving from this
But the
spot.
secrets, Joan, they can't wait.
Well, you'll just have to wait, won't you silly old
But I
sausage?
need to go now,
I'm
Joan.
warming my bum. I'm bloody
Perhaps
freezing.
I should leave. I'll just close the door behind me.
The secrets are just that he really
According
needs
to
to
Mr.
go
Sholmes.
to the toilet. He just really needs to go, and his knees are so bad that she has to carry.
Oh, bless.
I will not be embarrassed in front of these young
Oh, will
foreigners.
you quit your whining, sir?
I'm so sorry, Taylor.
Sorry,
did
Taylor.
Did you say the thing?
According to Mr. Sholmes. No, it was just funny. It was funny. It was a good improv scene.
Yeah.
Mr. Garrideb is hiding something. The enormity of his bowel movements, surely.
Oh,
And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging.
So
is
presumably
that Herlock in the corner?
it is, isn't it?
There's a bag that appeared out of nowhere.
It is. There he is. Oh, for God's sake!
What's he doing over there, and how did he get in here, and what?
Mr. Sholmes? Aha! Yeah.
Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious! When did you sneak in here?
You get used to it, kind of.
Herlock Sholmes, sir. At your service.
Whatever are you doing over by the window?
I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madame. Madam.
You can't see the sun. It's London. It's foggy. There's clouds everywhere.
The fog doesn't go reach the sky, Taylor.
Darling,
Yet, what?
I'm gonna have to gavel you.
What did I say?
We said the F-bomb.
I did not.
You did.
I did not.
It sounded like an F-bomb.
I
Yes, you did.
I might have to listen back to this.
don't know.
I felt there was
We
an
will
F-bomb.
have to. Well, if there's a gavel, then you know why. Yet sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is. Oh, yet sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here, and also snuck a peek behind the blind there. Well,
Keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
ah. And one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind.
Oh no.
No,
no.
no, you're
Oh
perfectly
no, that's
fine.
quite all right, really. It's no. Please don't trouble yourself. Wait, he's not talking about, is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I love how they're picking it up.
Yeah.
There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles, and I do love a good
I'm
trifle.
sad he didn't say the most trifling of
I
trifles.
say, like, what, chocolate trifle?
I do
Sherry
like.
trifle?
I do love a good trifle. Yes, I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo.
No, not really.
I think so.
There is just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark.
Oh, boy.
Da 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 da. Mr. Garrideb, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon? The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care.
That's not a very nice way to talk about Joan.
Well, he's not concealing Joan.
Well, no.
Joan is in plain sight.
She could be in disguise.
Well, what, like frickin' Marduk, or whatever his name is?
Marduk?
It's the Marvel,
MODOK.
Yeah. Anyway. I was about to do Garrideb, sorry, sir. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Mr. Naruhodo, look!
The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Although he is sitting right by the fire, so I can't really say definitively whether or not it's a hot or cold sweat, but I suppose so.
In a thick dressing gown, no less.
Yes.
Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on.
How? How could you possibly? How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular!
Oh, here we go again.
The Great Deduction.
The game.
The game is afoot. Actually, I think we'll have a hand in this. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls.
I love that little animation.
I just love how it's like, don't mind me, I'm just bringing this spotlight system into the room. For no, it's like, what?
Well, no, it'll be so now that we've seen what Iris is capable of, it will be like a little miniature drone or something.
Yeah.
It has a spotlight attached.
I just
to it.
thought, like, I do like the idea though that it's bringing in like a full-on lighting rig into the room. And like, what the bloody hell is going on? What on earth is this contraption? It's like, don't mind me.
Sir. Performance.
Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? And then Joan's like, oh no, they're rumbling me. For a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrideb, leads us directly to the answer. Stop looking at Joan's bum.
Oh, I wondered if it was the light.
He's not looking at that direction though. He's looking actually opposite it.
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Oh, the slap on the side of the face, though. What was that for?
I don't know.
He had like a red hand mark.
Yeah.
Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Oh, you know what? He probably covered his robe in pepper.
Oh, God.
Oh,
no.
God. It took me a second there.
But he wouldn't have a head.
No,
that was the case.
He wouldn't.
Well.
Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam.
Me?
I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me that with one glance in your direction,
It is.
your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show.
No, it's not the very big circus, is it?
God,
Oh, God,
please,
no, please,
not
no.
the very big. It'll
Please,
be
God,
the,
no.
It'll be the very ickle
The
circus.
very ickle circus.
Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garrideb, at Batty's Circus,
Batty circus.
a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Jubilantly. Leave me alone! I can read. Sometimes.
I can't read while I'm also trying to see things.
I can't read while I'm also trying to see things. Now, Mr. Garrideb, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe post, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage.
Your very moon-like visage.
Nonsense, man! I simply... But what? We must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Oh my goodness, yes. It is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Tell me about it. Now.
Yeah.
Yes. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last, unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable?
Well, not really, because I'm imagining it right now.
The aftermath of which can be I can't speak, I swear.
Mr. Sholmes, are you okay?
Don't mind me, my dear. I'm just trying to find my words. The aftermath of which can be clearly seen.
Are you sure you're okay?
For God's sake! The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Oh. This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer this very neat...
Mr. Sholmes,
Oh, I put a this in there.
So I'm like, there's no this
Wait
there.
a second. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed.
Oh.
Yes. To explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes.
Oh, no, I'm hungry.
There is
Yeah,
no
me too.
creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noblewoman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
Whatever do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet! The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
Yes. Not the fact that there's a candle on the floor and it looks burnt.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Sarah, but when a lion bites into something, they automatically burn it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
That's where it cauterizes the wound and they can keep whatever they're eating living longer.
I guess.
Like alive for longer.
So I guess I
True
should.
story.
I guess I should start worrying if our cats get too hungry that they'll start eating the carpet.
Well, no, it's fine because they're not Indian lions, so it's all good.
But they're like ickle cats of the big cat.
They're feline, but they're not Indian lions. It's unique. It's unique only to the Indian lion, you know.
It could be a descendant of an Indian lion.
The Asiatic lion.
Yeah. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes's great deduction of this beastly puzzle. Once again,
Oh, blimey!
Oh, God! What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrideb. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
For God's sake, woman! My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too.
Because it's so tragic. Oh.
Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation or 5?
Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it? Again?
Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense.
Well, no, because there's only one absolute truth.
But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well?
But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrideb and his maid would have been hurt, or worse.
To shreds, you say?
Ah, that's where you're stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon.
Yes, okay.
I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus.
And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Or eats carpet. My dear Miss Susato. It occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on
really?
great British soil,
Really? We're gonna go here?
they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea.
I mean, it's true. When I came to visit them, you know, I just inexplicably, soon as the plane landed, I was like, man, I really want tea.
Is that
in the
not just
afternoon."
because you were like, oh boy, I want to sample some British stuff that I don't normally get?
Yes, we had afternoon. We had tea and scones all throughout the visit.
That's right.
Well, we did have
Throughout the
we did
entire
have fish and chips. So yeah, we kind of did.
We did. Though we didn't eat it. We didn't eat it out of newspaper.
No, we didn't.
So maybe we
No.
Didn't
messed up on
quite
that.
channel
We'll leave that to Gregson.
his
It's
inner
apparently a
Gregson.
health and safety hazard now. Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again.
Let's go get some afternoon tea.
I had a feeling that was coming.
A slight massage. Massage? Okay.
Yeah, a slight
okay.
massage.
I was just kind of okay. A slight massage. That's all Mr. Sholmes' deduction needs. You can do it.
Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe.
Let us start again. From the beginning of Sherlock Sholmes's logic and reasoning spectacular!
Oh boy. Hold it!
Mr. Sholmes.
Hold it. Hold it.
Rampaging. Certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Yum. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take?
Oh.
For a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid.
Oh my god.
Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrideb, leads us directly to the answer.
What the hell?
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue.
I really didn't see the lion thing coming.
No, but if you observe Mr. Garrideb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok in this room.
Was it Joan?
I think it might have been Joan, honestly.
She has these uncontrollable urges. She's like, I just really want to be a dog.
Do they just have a big dog? It's just like a very...
I think that's very...
Yes, something with a very fierce
I think
nature.
having a big dog is much more likely.
But it could have been a lion transported from India.
So what was it then?
We must follow Mr. Garrideb's gaze.
It'll be a chihuahua. It'll be like a really stupid little dog.
Yeah, probably.
Or 100 chihuahuas, which are roughly as cute as Junko and Ashima.
That will lead us to the true answer. Let's have a nip then.
So...
Oh,
behind
hello.
it.
Well,
Oh, what is
What
this?
is that?
oh,
It's him, and
that
then...
Joe?
Is that him with like a little girl?
Is he married to Joan?
well, if you click on it, then it will probably show it.
What's this photograph?
It appears to be from Mr. Garrideb's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but you can't make out his bride.
No. How unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I mean, we've seen this sort of action before, haven't we, guys? All the photographs
Well,
of the
yeah.
students of Hope's Peak Academy.
That's true.
Do we have to spell out amnesia
Oh
again?
God.
Or
I
replaced.
wonder what happened.
Ooh.
Probably best not to delve too deeply there.
I've also realised that in the order that we're that these episodes are going live, we should probably not say certain things about the other episode of
That's
Danganronpa.
true. Whoopsie. Spoilers.
Behind the lion statue on the mantelpiece, almost deliberately hidden from view, is a photograph. Though I have yet to examine it in detail, I can assure you that it holds the answer. Because I'm employing an extremely advanced detection technique I'm called jumping to conclusions. You see.
Ah, that's not right then.
Wait. Bugger. That deduction was wanting in every way.
Oh. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it.
I find myself wanting never to have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact.
Oh, sorry. I'll
Oh,
try
wow.
again.
No, we've got to reload the save! No. Okay, so hang on a sec.
So, no, he's not looking at the mantelpiece. He's looking across the room.
I guess.
But it's the camera's centered on the lion, though.
Yeah, but that's kind of like Holmes's deduction. So.
Well, no, but
Sholmes'
what I'm saying is
deduction.
it's
Yeah,
centered
that
on the lion. Like I can't just look
I
around the
suppose.
room. So it's obviously something over there.
We'll have to have a look. Well, what we do know with some certainty is that a destructive creature has been at work in this room.
And that Mr. Garrideb inadvertently looked in the direction of something that gives its identity away. Yes, if we investigate thoroughly enough, we ought to find the answer.
What did Mr. Garrideb turn to look at? It's here somewhere. We simply need to... whatever that said.
Need to find it. Yeah, so like look, I can't just like move around. So it is something.
Is it the cannon shells?
These are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them.
I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garrideb, from his time in the army. Oh, of course! He mentioned a battle to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said that he'd been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that hit him. Wow, he did well to keep his bloody leg
must
then.
have hit him very slowly.
Yeah.
Like,
Skimmed him.
If around that size it hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it. Or Mr. Garrideb,
like maybe
for that
someone
matter.
dropped it on his leg.
Yeah.
Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper. And this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display, well, rubbish on the mantelpiece.
Ouch.
I'm guessing he's looking at
Now,
them.
I have a
then.
question. When you picked the frame, what did you click on in the
So
frame?
you can like click the frame itself, and it then zooms in.
But that's not going to cause damage to the room.
Can you
is
like
it?
present the break in the glass?
Oh, maybe.
I thought it's the shells.
Mr. Garrideb. Newlywed bride. So what is it? Sorry, the true nature of the beast run ramp.
So if you go over the newlywed bride, can you
yeah.
present that?
Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, seriously.
No, it's all right. I was kind of leaning on the fact that it said what caused the destruction.
I think
Like, well, the photo frame's not
I
going to
think-
cause any destruction.
I think the
but-
thing is, well, it's what's in the picture, I guess, which again is
Yes.
Jones, so we were joking before, but
Yeah.
but I think the shells would have like just destroyed the room.
That's true.
Like completely.
Joe just threw him around in a fit of rage.
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride.
Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print picture. Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. I'm an idiot again. It's like, yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrideb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured,
We can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain.
Good God, that's just
Well, that's
mean.
rude.
Indeed. Surely any woman of such powerful constitution
Oh wow!
would be honored to be described as a beast.
Wow.
Honored might be stretching a point.
Well,
A teeny bit.
Too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Garrideb. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
well.
Yes, we look around the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to?
Her mother's
madam?
house.
I'm going to my mother's. But me?
I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
It is.
Oh yes, your dress pocket gives us an handsome clue as to the beast.
Oh, has she gone to the circus as like a strong woman?
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
not considered that.
Poor fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well,
Poor, fragile, defenseless.
I don't know about fragile.
Oh, dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mrs. Garrideb anywhere.
But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garrideb's wife could be.
Oh, do you think it's the lady that's got stabbed? And it's not I don't know now.
But the hair's very similar, though, isn't it?
It is.
But you might, you're not totally, a million miles away. Okay, so hang on.
Dress pocket.
Sorry, what are we looking for? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to your...
Or is it the slap? Is it the slap mark that gives us the clue?
Can't click on.
Can't click on
No,
it.
we can't click on it.
Oops.
Oh, the ring.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wedding ring? Oh!
Okay, yeah.
It is her.
She's wearing a very
look,
large ring.
And
Look.
she's the sun to his moon. He's a moon.
Oh.
You know, I was literally thinking that her face kind of looked like a sun and he looked like the moon a little bit.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
But why is he making her work as a maid?
Well,
It'll be to... I wonder if it's to kind of give the impression they're well off and they're not. Maybe.
Oh, maybe the status thing, yeah, because... Oh, that would make sense, because they made the point of saying, yes, well, any British household of any standing has a maid.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
really.
She's wearing a very large ring. Look.
Oh, a sunflower. That's a funny looking sunflower. That looks like a sun with a face.
Yeah, well,
but
she doesn't
okay,
necessarily.
I suppose.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I go look at a sunflower, I always look at the face on the sunflower and remark at the nose and everything, and I'm not totally horrified.
Oh, yes. A sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring.
It looks like it's on there for life, too. I can't imagine it would slide off of...
Wow! Jesus!
Jesus!
Wow, fat shaming. Great stuff, guys. Thanks.
I can't imagine it would slide off of a finger the size and width of a hot dog.
Wow.
There, good, Susato. Good. Scold him.
That's something to think, Mr. Sorry. That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not to say.
Mr. Narrow Hallway.
Well, if I think it, then you would just have heard me say it anyway.
And then Susato smacks him with Kazuma's sword.
Yeah. Do you know, Mr. Garrideb's wife in the photo had a ring very much like this one. It was a large sunflower design as well.
Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower...
He's turning into Makoto.
It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it?
So I guess we
ring then.
we present it.
Yeah.
Ba-bum.
Yep.
Swing!
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts.
Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrideb's bride in this photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary household maid.
No. You are Mr. Garrideb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrideb herself.
Something has just occurred to me, right?
What was that, Taylor? Sorry?
They could have just taken the photograph out of the frame,
Yeah.
right?
Well-
The glass is cracked, but they could have just taken it out of the frame and been like, "Oh, yeah, that's her."
I mean, that's not really something you do when you go into someone's house, though, do you? You don't go,
No.
excuse me, I'm just gonna...
Well, you don't also stand at the window and sneak in unannounced and stare at the afternoon sun.
I mean, that
but
is still annoying, but if someone came in and literally started taking the pictures out of your frames, you'd start to be a bit annoyed with them, I think. More so than if they just snuck in and looked out the window. You're like, stop messing with my stuff!
Looking at some older photo frames as well, I don't know if they're kind of taped in as well, so you'd have to cut the tape. Like, I've seen, like, them sort of have some tape that holds them in place.
Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmise, this is the wife. Yes, my Joan.
This is the one.
The wife.
Rather, let yourself go, you might say.
So
It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct?
It's not right, I tell you. It's not right. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ.
Yes. Here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though, in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly.
You mean Mr. Garrideb has his wife work as his maid?
Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb?
Only in company, obviously. But listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret. Please. It cannot come out when I inevitably go into court, for whatever reason.
The raging wife.
The raging wife.
My God.
That's only number one, though. Off we go again. Now, Mr. Garrideb. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast.
Now that'll be the slap
Indeed,
mark.
in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm.
Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast.
Yes. As a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable.
As a man, that also
Yeah,
feels
yeah,
rather
agreed.
uncomfortable.
But Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then.
And then, as you say, covering up the slap mark.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrideb's pain is tangible, though. What could that pose of his really signify?
A slap.
Not even
Slap
going to
cheek.
investigate.
That's a weird angle to be slapped at, though.
Well, she is little. She's like, well, it is actually.
Maybe
Looks like
she's
a-
left-handed.
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek.
And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Garrideb? Oh no, the echo slap.
Well, yes.
Slap. You have been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir.
Oh, God. My blasted knees.
My aching
My
back.
blasted knees, sir. How the blazes... How did you work that out, man?
Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow.
That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. That, and because it helps contribute to your moon-like appearance, which is certainly part of the symbology that is meant to be represented in this case. To keep your other side from view.
Well...
Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why you were subjected to such a violent In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrideb to fly into a rage. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it's this pile of bills. But is it?
Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for lion fodder?
Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which can only mean the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food is Mr. Garrideb.
Oh,
Mr. Naruhodo!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm feeling very uncomfortable. This is really horrible.
Yeah, it's just like ridiculously mean.
Wow.
Stop it.
Mr. Naruhodo! She's a person, not a thing!
Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap round the face.
I'm going to give you one too if you carry on.
One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact.
Yes. Why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder?
Because he said Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, the ultimate despair, hiding somewhere within the school 500 times?
You're lucky you're
I'd
on
love
the
to know
other
the
end
answer
of
to
the
that question.
microphone.
Okay, so presumably
Is
it's
it the
gonna
book?
be this. Is it the bookmark or the book itself? Oh, the.
Did he forget her anniversary?
That'd do it.
I bet it is. All right, let's look at what the bookmark is. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no! Has he been having an affair? Oh, the dirty old scoundrel! Okay, sorry. Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here. Look! Mr. Garrideb is clearly an avid reader.
Is there like a cute girl at the friggin' bookstore? Is that what this is?
Oh,
Dunno.
do you think? Maybe.
Oh, is she the lady that was murdered?
Oh, maybe.
She wasn't murdered, but she's the one. There's a lady who got stabbed. I wonder.
Maybe.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh no! So it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But no, his name's John. John Garrideb, isn't it?
It is. It is John.
And look next to the signature here.
Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture.
And then Joan is like,
Yes, it is a passionate and romantic gesture.
just eye twitching.
Don't get any ideas, Susato-san.
Oh dear. I'm sorry.
So this bookmark is actually a love note then.
We did need to investigate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh,
boom.
smash plates.
Booshk.
Boom.
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed.
Mary! Mary!
Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain I'm sorry, is something happening behind me? Is something going on? Hello? My goodness. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here.
Oh! But I don't know the Barry woman.
You don't know her?
That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there.
He's sweating a bit.
It was just in there, you say.
Oh, I guess
That's
why
right,
she
that's
keeps
what I've
pouring
been saying.
tea.
Ow!
A likely story.
Now, listen here, Joan, old thing. I've explained at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place, and that note must already have been in there.
So, the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean?
That's right. That's what I've been saying. Oh, God!
A likely story.
For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name.
She's going
It's
for it.
written to James. My name, in case you'd forgotten, is John. Oh, God!
A likely story.
Are you questioning my name now? Oh, God!
And there we have
so
it.
angry.
Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with a most ferocious
Mr. Sholmes,
bite.
could I request that you stop calling her a beast while she's within earshot? Or perhaps his hole?
Do you have a death wish, Mr. Sholmes?
At least she didn't hit him with the ring part.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable.
It's on, the carpet.
Yeah.
Aftermath of which can be clearly seen here, a very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst?
The candler.
This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who have inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer. We very, very neatly indeed. I did it again. I just can't, say lines correctly, apparently. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the Tower of Cakes.
I hope Ryunosuke doesn't say something mean here.
He probably is. But surely Mrs. Garrideb didn't eat the carpet.
No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt. The state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper.
No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction that we need to fix. We need only follow Mrs. Garrideb's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer.
Candle!
Yeah, the candle.
All right, let's see what we
Yes.
can see.
Don't you mean yes?
Yes!
All right, I think you're right.
It's gotta be.
Should we just guess it? Should we just be like, boom?
Oh, look, there's a candle missing.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I
there's
mean,
kind
the
of-
candlestick
Alright, let's do it.
down there. No, on the floor. On the floor.
No,
Pete.
you're right. You're right. Because the candle was on the floor.
Yeah.
And there was one missing from the thing.
Oh. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick.
Most illuminating, my dear fellow. And of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth.
Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible.
Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away.
No, scorch marks.
It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation.
Mrs. Garrideb's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face,
But on the
but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused a...
But on the entire room, the force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the holder.
She just generated that much wind pressure.
So,
She'll have knocked him into it.
And in seconds the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room in flames.
Yes,
For the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire.
And in this room that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok.
Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. Oh no!
After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire.
Oh.
oh,
Oh my!
Oh, dear.
Oh, here we go.
Mr. Sholmes, sir, I salute you!
Oh.
We killed it. Oh,
Yeah,
Mr. Sholmes, sir.
yay!
Woohoo!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Deduction complete.
elementary.
Elementary. It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there.
And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material.
Was it Mills and Boon?
Well, the thing itself.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about the admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark.
Oh dear.
And Beast is most certainly
Here we go again. You would think after a certain point he would learn to either take the tea away from her or stop insulting her right in her
I mean,
presence.
you certainly would think so, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to find out next time if he manages to save his crown jewels or not.
Good heavens, Sarah, what are you doing, woman? We can't end the episode here. We need to see what happens.
Careful, darling, I might turn into a beast.
Oh no!
And slap you.
And slap me and burn the carpet.
Yes.
Please, no. Do
I'll
not.
get my rolling pin out on you, so I will.
If that's one thing that she hasn't done is get out a
Get
rolling
the rolling pin. No, she just. That's it. I'll pour.
She doesn't need the rolling
I'm just
pin.
gonna
Like,
get the
clearly,
kettle,
she-
pour it in your lap.
pin. No.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I hope not.
Anyway.
It'll be like, Sarah, darling, could you give us a cup of tea? Certainly.
With
Just dump all in the
pleasure.
lap.
No, I don't abuse my husband.
Anyway, as we're getting wholly off topic, if you like what we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what your favourite parts were, or whatnot, and then
Where,
hit the
what,
subscribe. I can speak. I swear. Hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you know when our future videos come up every Wednesdays and Saturdays, and you don't miss a single one.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna get the heck out of here.
See you later, guys.
Don't insult your wife by calling her a beast. It's not going to
or
end
anything.
well.
Hug your wife. Love her. Cherish her.
Yeah.